foreign employees, if they are not having work permit in Cambodia, or let it put this way, that if they are working without work permit, then their penalty will be 12.6 million Khmer Real, which is like approximately $3,150. That's quite high, and it can even go 3 times.
Can you outline the key annual labor compliances and their deadlines, particularly for the foreign employee quota, work permits, and SSF?
If we talk about annual compliances, then these are 2, foreign employee quota and the work permit. NSSF is on a monthly compliance part. So let me talk about annual compliances first. So first is employee quota. So basically for every 10 local employees, we can have 1 foreign employees, or vice versa, right? So what is the deadline, to apply for the employee quota or foreign employee quota? Then the deadline for the next year, 2026, the deadline is 30th November 2025. So when can we start applying for the foreign employee quota? So that window opens from the early September. So let's say it starts from 1st September 2025 and it closes on 30th November 2026. So during this time, we can apply for the foreign employee quota. Now, the second part, work permit, these days, this is a hot topic and we all should be much aware about it, that for work permit, irrespective of whenever the employer has applied for work permit for their employees, the deadline is, the work permit is valid until 31st December only. So as we are into December, so all the work permits in Cambodia for all the foreign employees will be ending by 31st of December 2025. The renewal of the work permit deadline is within the 3 months, basically 31st March 2026. Until that time, they have to renew the work permit for the next year, 2026. So these are the 2 annual compliances, foreign employee quota as well as the work permit. You have asked about NSSF. So NSSF is on a monthly basis. And any organizations registered in Cambodia, they must first of all need to get registered with NSSF. And then for every employee, they need to contribute to the NSSF by 15th of each month. And they need to submit the NSSF report by 20th of each month.
And if businesses fail to meet any of these deadlines, what kind of penalties can they expect?
In general, if we talk about, then there's a Prakas 498 issued by Ministry of Labour and Vocational Training. So if employer or employees are not complying as per the Ministry of Labour and Vocational Training's laws and regulations, then they will be penalized as per Prakas number 498. If you talk about work permits specifically, then foreign employees, if they are not having work permit in Cambodia, or let it put this way, that if they are working without work permit, then their penalty will be 12.6 million Khmer Real, which is like approximately $3,150. That's quite high, and it can even go 3 times. And there is also imprisonment provision also there. So this is quite important, specifically work permit. I would also like to add that with the recent changes, I think this year or last year, that the person who is representing on the patent tax certificate, he or she must have to have a work permit, irrespective they are working in Cambodia or not.
Are there any other major updates in the labor law that businesses should be aware of in terms of meeting annual compliances?
Okay, not about annual compliances, but there are some recent updates in 2025 came from Ministry of Labour and Vocational Training. One is about the working overtime working and working on public holidays. So in case the employer wishes their employees to work on public holidays or want to work on overtime or during their rest time, then they must have to take a prior consent from the employee. So that's the one new notifications has issued by Ministry of Labour. There's one more notification is about the employee contract. So the employer must have to have a contract with each and every employee, and also need to register the same with Ministry of Labour and Vocational Training. So that is the second update this year. And the last one is about digitalizing of the payroll. So every organization, every enterprise in Cambodia, they must need to submit their employees' payroll data every month to the LACMS system of the Ministry of Labour. So these are the three new updates which is there from Ministry of Labour in 2025.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babulal, for your time today, for welcoming us to the Lochan Co office, and for giving us your time to discuss annual tax and ACAR and labor compliances. I hope our audience will stay on top of things now.
Thank you, Darshana. I'm very happy to have you here, and I'm also wishing that the informations and the discussion what we had today, it should be helpful to the enterprises in Cambodia as the financial year is coming to the end, and wish you and also your team again a very successful closing of the financial year.
All right, thank you so much. You've been with B2B Cambodia. Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we continue to bring you more news, updates, and developments from the business community in the Kingdom of Cambodia.